My dad shared a quote with me, and it goes, "If an egg is broken from the outside, life ends. If an egg is broken from the inside, life begins." And I don't know, I really like that quote. It shows, like, it tells you greatness comes from within, and then it always does. If outside forces break you, life's over. If society shapes you into who they want you to be, then, like, you're done. You might think you're living, but you're not. When it happens from within, when you change yourself, when you break out of your shell, that's when life starts for you. You know, you can't be great until you break out of the cage you're in. You know, eggs have, like, it has infinite potential. You never know what it is gonna be. Um, you can't judge somebody because you don't know what they're gonna be yet. They haven't broken out of their egg yet. So everyone has infinite potential because you don't know what they are yet. Until they've broken out of that shell. Then, I don't know. You can't judge a person, or you can't really know what they can achieve, because we all have infinite potential. Um, you know, so you don't know who or what a person is until they're that person. You can't be great. You can't be great until you're great. So you can't not be great until you're great. You feel me? Like, I don't know. Go with me there. Hold on. Like, let me hold on. That kind of shows, like, everyone has greatness inside of them, but so we're all nothing though until that greatness can come out of you. When chickens are being born, they have to break out of their shell. If you help them out, they're not able to um, develop certain kind of survival functions to keep them alive. Um, when a chicken has to not just chickens, I guess animals come out of eggs. They need to break out because it helps them develop the strength, but also know, like, this is my life, whatever. So I guess I have this problem. I'm thinking about it. You can't expect to break someone out of their shell for them. We all have weird stages. Um, we all go through that awkward phase where we have a really weird haircut, or wear the clothes that are the most interesting thing you've ever seen. And we all go through these phases at different times too, you know? So I have this thing I call constructive bullying, where I think by bullying you, it'll make you a better person. But you can't break someone out of their shell for them, as we discussed, because that's where life ends. So that shows you gotta, you know, you don't have to support people. I'm not saying if someone's, like, weird, I'm not, being weird's okay. I'm saying, like, if someone, maybe according to you, they're not a good person, or, um, or they do things that you don't find normal, which is 100% okay. You don't have to fit in a society or whatever. But if people are, that they're doing something wrong for them, they won't go to the gym, they think that they'll be fine without that. You bullying them, calling them fat, maybe that'll get them into the gym, but constructive bullying is not the way to go about it. It's just bullying, and that's kind of like, that's where life ends. you know? So you want to be there for people. Just show them that you're there for them and let them break out on their own. If it's, you don't have to be there for them. You don't have to be nice and loving to them if it's some random stranger you don't know and you don't want to know them. But you definitely don't have to bully them. You don't have to go out of your way and make their life difficult. But yeah, so you need to break out of your shell, and you can't help others out of theirs. They need to get out of their own. So how do we get out of our shells? There's a lot of different ways and meanings you could mean. You could say that the shell is the starting of your own life, finding like your purpose. And to do that, really, you just have to, like, 100%, you have to do it yourself. Someone can't do it for you. That's where, like, society comes in and ends your life. That's where you get people working jobs that they hate to barely make enough money to live by, and they just keep doing it because society found and made their life for them because it broke them out of their shell. But you need to find out how to get out of your shell in that way. But another way people are like, yo, you need to break out of your shell is like your comfortability level. Stuff like that. By doing things that make you uncomfortable, you can break your shell. If we think about this in a different way. If you're afraid of talking to people, then talking to people is going to be the way to break that shell. Like, you can start easy ways by, like, just asking people how their day is. If you talk to people at like cashiers and stuff, then you can always leave whenever, and then you can make it more complicated as you go, and then just start trying to have conversations with randoms you meet up. If you're not comfortable running, we do some walking. We run a mile. We run 2 miles. We run 5 miles, no stopping. Soon you're running marathons. You got to break that. All right. This may not be great.